Ladies, today we're diving into a topic that's rarely talked about openly. But when it's done right, it can completely shift the dynamic in your relationship. And it's not just about the physical. It's about emotional connection, trust, confidence, and yes, pleasure. Now, let me be clear. This isn't about being performative or doing something because you feel pressured. This is about owning your sensuality. It's about discovering what you enjoy and how your energy can light a man up in a way that's unforgettable. Because here's the truth that a lot of people don't talk about. What makes physical intimacy powerful isn't the technique alone. It's the intention behind it. It's the emotional tension, the playful teasing, the confidence you bring into the room when you say, I know exactly how to enjoy this moment, and make you enjoy it too. We tend to think of these moments as purely physical, but that's where we get it wrong. The moments that drive a man crazy, that stick in his mind, that make him feel deeply connected, aren't just about what you do with your hands or your mouth. It's about how you make him feel in those moments. Seen, desired, safe, wanted, overwhelmed in the best way. I always say this, intimacy is a language. It's not just about action, it's about communication. Your eyes speak, your breath speaks, your touch speaks. And when you learn to speak that language fluently, with confidence, intention, and playfulness, you don't just create chemistry, you create obsession. So if you've ever wanted to step into your power and leave a lasting impression, not just physically, but emotionally, this is for you. What I'm going to share today isn't just about 5 tips. It's about 5 moves, 5 ways of being, 5 intentional shifts that can take something ordinary and make it extraordinary. Because the truth is, when you know how to slow things down, build anticipation, and enjoy the experience yourself, you don't just turn him on, you wake something up in him. A feeling of being chosen, a sense of being with a woman who's confident, playful, connected. And that, my love, is where the magic lives. Let's break it down 1 move at a time. Let's start with something most people overlook completely, yet it's one of the most powerful things you can do when building physical intimacy with a man: eye contact. Now, this might sound simple, right? Look at him. But let me ask you, how do you look at him? Because eye contact isn't just about sight. It's about presence. It's about being fully in the moment. And when a woman holds a man's gaze with confidence and intention, she sends a message that goes way deeper than anything physical. You're saying, I see you. I'm not afraid to connect. I'm not hiding. I'm here and I want this. That kind of energy, that's magnetic. Most people rush through these moments. They get nervous, look away, or turn everything into performance. But a woman who can pause, breathe, and look up at her partner like she's choosing him, that woman becomes unforgettable. Because here's what's happening under the surface when you lock eyes. You're stripping away the roles, the pressure, the overthinking, and what's left is truth, intimacy. A little spark of I'm here with you. I want you to enjoy this, and I'm going to enjoy every second of it too. You're also flipping the dynamic. Instead of feeling like you're trying to impress him, you're owning your power. You're saying, I know what I bring to the table. And you're not asking for approval. You're giving an experience. And that quiet confidence, it's irresistible. Now let's take it even further. Eye contact in these moments can do one of 2 things. It can soothe him or seduce him. You get to decide. If you hold his gaze softly, it creates a sense of safety. He relaxes, lets go, trusts you. If you look up at him with a mischievous glint in your eye, it ignites his curiosity and desire. You're playing now, inviting him into your energy. And here's the best part. You don't have to say a word. Your eyes speak volumes. They say, I want this. They say, you're mine right now. They say, don't move. Just feel. It's not about acting or trying to be someone else. It's about letting your real energy come through, dropping the pressure to perform, and leaning into what already makes you captivating. Your ability to be present, sensual, and powerful all at once. So before you ever touch him, look at him. Let your eyes say everything you're about to do. And trust me, he'll feel it in every cell of his body. Because when a woman can seduce a man with her gaze, she doesn't need to do much else to drive him completely wild. Let's be honest. When most people think about physical intimacy, especially moments involving oral pleasure, they imagine one thing: getting straight to the point. But that's the problem. When you rush, you rob the experience of its power. You skip over the most important part of all, the build-up. And ladies, this is where you create obsession. You see, men are wired to crave anticipation just as much as women are. It's not just about what you do, it's about how long you make him wait for it. And that wait, when handled with confidence and creativity, becomes absolutely delicious. So here's the move. Before you go anywhere near the most sensitive parts of his body, start everywhere else. Start with his thighs. Run your hands gently along them, teasing just close enough to spark electricity without giving in. Kiss the inside of his legs. Let your lips explore his hips, his stomach, the areas that often get neglected. Move slowly. Drag fingertips, your nails across his skin. Breathe warmth against him without touching directly. Why does this matter? Because it creates emotional suspense. Your slowness tells him, this isn't just a favor I'm doing. It's a game I'm playing. And I'm playing it well. He doesn't know when it's going to happen. He doesn't know where you're going next. All he knows is that every inch of his body is coming alive under your attention. And he's getting more turned on by the second. This isn't just foreplay, it's power play. By the time you get anywhere near him, his mind is already in overdrive. He's not just physically ready, he's emotionally engaged. His heart rate is changed, his breath is shallower. He's fully in the moment with you. And that's when intimacy transforms from something physical to something unforgettable. What most people don't realize is that men, just like women, want to feel desired. They want to feel like you're savoring them, not rushing to get it over with. When you take your time, when you explore him like you're curious and into it, you awaken a part of him that most partners never touch: his vulnerability, his sense of being wanted. And here's the part that most people miss. When you slow things down, you stay in control. You set the rhythm. You control the tempo. That confidence becomes hypnotic. You're not just building pleasure, you're building dominance in the most seductive way. So remember, don't treat intimacy like a checklist. Treat it like an experience. Touch him where he doesn't expect. Pause when he thinks you'll continue. Trace circles with your lips on his skin while he wonders when and if you'll go further. Make every moment feel deliberate, slow, and deliciously tense. That's how you make him lose his mind before anything even really starts. And that, my love, is the kind of chemistry he can't forget. Even long after the moment is over, now that you've built the anticipation, he's already buzzing from your touch, from your slowness, from your gaze. This is where the experience begins to deepen. And here's where most people get it wrong. They think it's about doing what they've seen done 100 times. The same rhythm, the same pressure, the same moves every single time. But what actually makes an intimate moment unforgettable isn't robotic repetition. It's rhythm, emotion, and instinct. It's being present enough to respond to the moment, not just go through the motions. So here's the secret. Your mouth should match your mood. Let's say you're in a slow, tender mood. You're savoring the closeness. The energy between you is soft, romantic, warm. In that space, your movement should mirror that feeling. Use long, slow motions. Breathe deeply. Let your touch be gentle. Think less technique and more affection. Like you're saying, I want you to feel safe and adored. Now flip the script. Maybe the mood is playful, mischievous. You're feeling bold, confident, a little wild. You want him to know you're enjoying yourself. You want to tease him, push him, make him squirm a little. That's when you switch it up. Use your tongue in flicks, pauses, sudden changes in pace. Smile at him. Maybe even laugh quietly when he reacts. Because now he knows you're the one in control. And what does this do? It creates contrast. It keeps him guessing, because the worst thing you can be in intimacy is predictable. Predictability leads to passivity. But when you show that you're feeling the moment and that your body is expressing that feeling, he becomes captivated. Because now it's not just physical, it's emotional. You're giving him a symphony of sensation, slow and delicate, then deep and rhythmic, a pause, a flicker of your tongue, a trail of your breath, a shift in pressure, a change in speed, and all the while, your expression, your energy, your presence is telling him, I'm doing this because I enjoy it, not because I have to. That's the real turn on. It's not just about what you do, it's about what you radiate while doing it. And here's something most people don't talk about. When you let yourself be emotionally expressive during physical moments, when you moan a little, let your breathing shift, let yourself enjoy the taste, the touch, the power, you become magnetic. It's not about exaggerating, it's about allowing yourself to feel, to enjoy, to respond. Because that energy, that pure, confident, sensual energy is what drives a man crazy. It tells him, this is real. This isn't performance. This is us right now. And when he feels that level of connection, he'll never forget it. Let's talk about something that often gets overlooked in the heat of the moment, your hands. We get so focused on what we're doing with our mouth, our lips, our tongue, that we forget we've got an entire second set of tools at our disposal. And when used intentionally, your hands don't just support the experience, they amplify it. Because the truth is, men are full-body creatures. They respond to touch in places they didn't even realize were sensitive when it's done with confidence and curiosity. Now, using your hands isn't about multitasking. It's not about being technical. It's about creating an experience, a layered, immersive, head-to-toe kind of pleasure that makes him feel completely wrapped up in your energy. Start with rhythm. As your mouth moves, let your hands join in, not to take over, but to complement. Use them to stroke him in sync with your lips, or to alternate between your mouth and hand, creating a rhythm that keeps changing just enough to hold his full attention. But it's not just about stroking. Think bigger. Run your fingers down his thighs. Place your hands firmly on his hips as you move, grounding him in your touch. Let one hand trace up his stomach. Let your nails graze his skin lightly. That contrasts the softness of your mouth, the subtle scratch of your fingers, the heat of your palms. It drives him wild. This is where you take the experience from this feels good to I can't even think straight. You're not just stimulating one part of him, you're inviting his whole body into the moment. You're saying, I see every inch of you. I want all of you. I'm here to explore, not just please. And do you know how rare that is? For a man to feel like he's being explored, touched with intention, not just out of obligation. When you treat him like a full body experience instead of a checklist, it changes how he receives your touch entire. Now, there's something else your hands bring, control. You guide the experience. You decide the pace. You can slow things down by tightening your grip slightly, or speed things up with a lighter, quicker stroke. You can pause your mouth and let your hands take over for a moment, teasing him, making him miss the warmth of your lips. And that pause, that makes him crave it even more, because the pleasure didn't stop, it just changed form. And now he's hanging on every move you make. And here's what makes it unforgettable. It's not just the physical feeling. It's the way you touch him, like you enjoy touching him, like you're the one in control, like he's the lucky one, being worshipped by a woman who's completely in her element. Because when you use your hands with intention, with softness, with pressure, with rhythm. You're telling a story, one where you lead, he surrenders, and the moment becomes something neither of you ever want to end. We've built anticipation. You've used your eyes, your mouth, your hands. And by now, he's not just physically turned on, he's emotionally wrapped up in the moment with you. But here's the final expert move that separates a good experience from a transformational one. You give feedback and you take control. Now, this might sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful dynamics in any intimate moment. The ability to guide the energy, to shift it, to lead it. Because here's the truth, confidence is not just about what you do, it's about how you communicate while you do it. A lot of people stay silent during physical moments because they don't want to ruin the mood. But the opposite is true. If you want to build intensity, if you want to make him feel like this moment is different, say something, give him feedback. Whisper something like, you like that, don't you? Or you feel so good. It's not about being theatrical. It's about affirming the connection. It's about showing him that you're not just going through the motions, you're feeling it. And you're paying attention to him. That kind of verbal intimacy tells him you're doing something right and I'm fully here for it. Even more powerful, taking control of the moment. This doesn't mean dominating him unless you want to. It simply means showing that you're in charge of the experience. Slow things down when you want to. Pick up the pace when you feel the rhythm change. Use your hands to hold his hips in place. Pull back to look at him when he least expects it. Smile. Make him wait. Guide him with just your energy. This is how you flip the narrative. Instead of feeling like you're performing, you become the one orchestrating everything. And that right there is what drives men absolutely crazy. Because here's what he feels. This woman knows what she's doing. She's confident. She's not afraid to take control. And I trust her completely. And most importantly, I can let go with her. And ladies, when a man feels safe enough to let go, he bonds with you emotionally, mentally, sensually. You're no longer just a partner in the moment. You become the woman who gave him an experience so rare, he'll measure every other connection against it. This is the art of sexual leadership. Not in a way that overpowers him, but in a way that guides him. That says, I'm here, I've got you. Let me show you how good this can be. So don't be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid to move things in a new direction. Don't be afraid to stop, to tease, to play, to tell him exactly what you want. That's not selfish. It's electric. Because when a woman owns the moment, not just with her body, but with her voice, her intention, her energy, she becomes unforgettable, and so does the experience. Let me leave you with something that might surprise you. The reason these 5 moves work, the reason they drive a man crazy, is not because they're about performance. They work because they're rooted in something deeper: confidence, presence, and emotional connection. It was never just about what you do with your mouth, your hands, or your body. It's about the energy you bring into the room. It's about the way you own your desire. It's about saying, I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to connect with you, to share something powerful and unforgettable. And when a woman shows up like that, sensual, intentional, and in control of her pleasure, he doesn't just enjoy the experience. He remembers her. He craves her. And most of all, he respects her. So, whether you're new to intimacy or you've been with someone for years, remember, you have more power than you think. And when you combine emotional intelligence with sensual confidence, you don't just please a man, you raise the entire standard of what intimacy can feel like. If this resonated with you and you want more tools to build real chemistry, sensual confidence, and emotional connection, then hit that subscribe button right now. And if you're ready to go even deeper, to not just drive him crazy in the bedroom, but to build a bond that lasts, drop in the comments and let me know which of these 5 moves you want to master first. Because this channel isn't about playing games. It's about becoming a woman who knows what she wants, knows how to connect, and isn't afraid to light a fire every time she walks into a room. You deserve to feel powerful in every part of your love life. Let's do it together.